Hey friends, have you ever been stuck in a dilemma where you wanted change, but you also wanted safety? You wanted the familiar, but you also wanted something new. You wanted predictability, but you also wanted purpose. I mean, that is a interesting conundrum to be in when you want two opposing things. And so today I want to talk to you about kind of how to get through that, because I've been there before, and I think I can help you. I've been there several times. And so at any rate, what we're going to talk about today is how do you overcome, how do you, what can you do when you're in a place where you're not doing the thing you know you need to do, and you're doing the thing that you know you shouldn't do, but all the while you're battling on the inside because you have these two competing ideas in your mind, like we described in the beginning. And I'm going to submit to you today that there's three words that will revolutionize your life, three words that will change your situation, three words that will transform everything that's going on and get you to break out of that barrier. Burn your boats. The story is told that somewhere around 1500s, a man by the name of Hernan Cortez led a large expedition of about 600 people and I think 11 boats or so. And there was only one goal. That goal was for them to obtain this glorious treasure that was said to be out there. Now, nobody had seen it, no one had found it, but Cortez wanted to take his people over there, do this expedition to find the treasure because it was worth a boatload of money, right? And so he and his team go, and upon arrival, Cortez does something unthinkable. He burns up all of the boats. He burns up all the boats, and he does this, and it makes history because without words, somehow he communicated to his team that there is no turning back. We either win or we perish. Sometimes we are so busy trying to be comfortable that we don't burn the boats, and we're trying to stay safe, but we also want that new, and instead the safety wins. And there's something about burning the boats that produces like a psychological commitment to ensure that all of your efforts are not directed towards the past, right? Like wherever you came from, but your efforts are directed towards the future because you are thinking about, I have to find this treasure. The treasure is out there and I'm going to find it. And guess what? I don't even have a choice. Sometimes you have to take an action that is so bold, that is so courageous, that it tricks your mind and gets you in a gear where you get into survival mode and you realize like, I have to do this. And how many of you know that our minds are powerful? I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where like maybe you were involved in doing something, and I'll give an example. So for example, for me, a couple years ago, after I had my son, I was put on high blood pressure medicine, and I was larger than I had ever been. No, I'm not my perfect size just yet, but I've come down drastically if you see pictures from a couple years ago. But at any rate, and I was just eating, and I was comfortable eating all kind of stuff. And when I went to the doctor and I had the high blood pressure, I realized that, you know what? I want to get off of this medicine. I must do something about this. It went from I should do this to I must do this. And so I changed my eating habits. I started walking, I started exercising, and I lost 30 pounds, and I started to feel so much better. I had more energy. I'm still on the journey, and I have about maybe 35 more pounds to lose, but I've come such a long way just by a shift in my thinking. And so instead of being despondent, Cortez's people, with no exit strategy in place to really save their lives, they rallied behind him like never before. And within 2 years, they found the treasure. Why? Because they did not give themselves a choice. So I'm going to encourage you today, burn your boats. What is your boat? Your boat is your comfort zone. Your boat is your old way of doing things. Your boat is the thing that you always run to when you get upset, when you get mad, when you get depressed, when you get despondent, when you feel fear, when you feel anxiety, when you feel feelings that are uncomfortable. You run back to the thing that you know you shouldn't be doing. You run back and stop doing the things that you know you should be doing, and then you're in this never-ending loop over and over and over and over again until finally you say, I must make a change. I must do something. I want you right now to declare something that you must change. Just say it. Say it out loud. And yes, I'm pausing for effect. I'm pausing to give you a chance, because sometimes we don't do things because we haven't declared it. But I don't know about you, but when I make a promise or a vow to myself, or I declare something, there's a commitment within my heart that makes me feel like I said this and I have to do it. What is it that you must do? I don't want to talk about what you should be doing and what you should have done in the past and what you think you should be doing, but what is it that you must do right now? What is the drastic action that you need to take to get the result that you want? Because guess what? You are not going to get the result you want by accident. I know that many people in today's society tell you, all you have to do is just think it and it's going to manifest. Yeah, that's part of it. You think it, you manifest it, but you work for it. Burn your boats. There's a book titled, What Got You Here Won't Get You There. Sometimes what got you to the point that you're at, even if you're successful right now, right? But you want more, like you can always do better. You have to do something else. Albert Einstein said the significant problems that we have cannot be solved at the same level of thinking at which they were created. Which simply means you got to burn your boats. You got to make a change. You got to step outside of your comfort zone. You got to do something different. You got to burn those boats and kick yourself into gear. If you haven't been able to take action, I want you to do something. I mean, even when I was exercising, one of the things that I had to do, because I would always make an excuse every morning of why I couldn't get up and exercise, because I couldn't find shoes, I couldn't find clothes. You know what I did? I started putting my shoes and clothes out at night so I would not have an excuse in the morning. I had to trick myself into doing what I knew I should be doing. That's part of burning the boat. Sometimes you have to outsmart yourself, okay? Tell me about your experience. Communicate with me. Let me know what you've done to burn your boats, and I guarantee you, you're going to find that treasure. And the treasure is in you.